Rolling, background action, silence. Welcome back to WatchAdvisor on YouTube, where the watches are the stars, and now the star is Chris Grainger-Herr, the CEO of IWC Schaffhausen. Chris, your booth is really dynamic this year. You have Formula One racing action, you have the new Angelo. Really, you're pushing the limits a little bit. I see lots of people coming in, getting out. When we look back here, can you explain my audience a little bit your engagement in that film, just to get some more information before the film comes into the cinemas? Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Alexander. So this year at IWC, it's all about the Angelo and our involvement in the Formula One movie. Now, the Formula One movie is going to be a never-seen-before racing movie that is shot with actors in cars driving at speed in realistic racing speed. So to get that from the concept onto the racetrack is a unique challenge. So behind me we have a Formula 2 car that is redressed as a Formula 1 in a body made by Mercedes, driven by Brad Pitt with cameras mounted.
He was sitting in there?
He was sitting in there. 3 months of driving training from an F3 to an F2 and then ready for the set. And you have cameras designed by Sony in Japan that were developed for Top Gun Maverick, then miniaturized so they can be on the car and film the realistic facial expressions and all the G-forces as our actors are driving at speed on the track. The other car behind us is one of those typical camera tracking cars. They've got this huge boom arm up on top, Panavision camera there, stabilized as well. And they can go at high speed with operators inside filming the action from the outside of the car.
So the one car is following the other and filming, taking pictures. Are these cars really from the set?
These cars are absolutely real. We've got the crashed car there as well from a huge Silverstone smash up with Brad Pitt. And really the unique thing about this is that it's a fictitious Formula One team which we're sponsoring in a production by Jerry Bruckheimer and Joe Kosinski. And that Formula One team is inserted in the actual real circus of Formula One.
And Brad Pitt is wearing an IWC.
He is indeed,
Angelo,
along with 98 other watches that we delivered to track that were actually in the production among different crew, engineers, drivers, team managers and so on. So it's a unique project. In cinemas, June 25th, I cannot wait.
And it brings together both worlds, the Angelo and the watches
Exactly.
you did specific for the movie.
Yeah, so we have the Performance Chronograph collection. This is the 5-lane gold version of the Performance Chronograph that is actually in the movie on Damson Idris's wrist, and then the Angelo on Brad Pitt's wrist, and that makes the link to the line extension of the Angelo this year, presenting new sizes, new models, new materials in the Angelo.
Why did you choose green for his style?
So apparently that's his racing color in the movie, or his character's racing color.
I didn't see the movie.
Yeah, me neither. So he.
Oh, you saw some of it.
It was some of it, yes.
Okay, some of it.
So we've been told that is a signature racing color in the movie, and we replicated that for the watch style of the Angelo.
I see. Let me interrupt this video for a short moment, please. We need you to join our community on our website, www.watchadvisor.com. You can now discover more content. We are going to create forums. We have discussions. You can share stuff. You can come in discussion with me. We're going to present you more insights, more in-depth videos, more in-depth information, and so on and so on and so on and so on. It's all about watches. WatchAdvisor is the name. I am the Watch Advisor, you know that. This was the reason I'm interrupting this video, and now enjoy the rest of it. Talking about the Angelo, you've been now expanding the collection a little bit with a perpetual calendar. How far do you want to push this collection as one of the main pillars now? It is new, you come a little bit late, sorry if I say this.
Very much so.
You should have been there earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. How far you will push this collection to become a really main pillar of IWC in the future?
Well, you know, in our DNA, our founder was an engineer. Our founder, he crossed from America, across the Atlantic to Switzerland, set up the first centralized watch manufacturing in Switzerland that combined Swiss craftsmanship with this American system of watchmaking, and the Angelo, being that tool watch designed for engineers, is naturally really close to our hearts. So we relaunched the 40mm, as you said. First project I started in my position as CEO. Took a couple of years to get there.
Of course.
Launched it in 2023, and now we're really extending the lines into sizes, complications. For me, I really want to follow the IWC DNA with this line, but to make sure that we always design from the outside in, getting that perfect sculptural quality of the Angelo right, and then embedding complications, embedding materials, and making sure it really comes back to that instrument watch DNA we're known for.
Your first excursion into full ceramic watches?
Yeah. How did it sell? Or are you suffering in thinking I could have sold?
We're very happy with how it's going so far. So really the full engineer ceramic again was coming from that standpoint of achieving that 42mm perfect proportion, a very tight fitting bracelet without gapping, and then making a full ceramic construction without inner container, bezel, case back, screwed into a ceramic ring, and still getting to 100 meters waterproofing, 10 bar.
I heard that sometimes when brands introduce full ceramic watches, people are a bit suspicious with ceramic when it falls down. You had no problems to introduce this into your collection?
But,
and
you know, it's all in the construction know-how you have. So we've been making ceramic watches since 1986.
I know.
We're one of the big names in ceramic watches.
You were one of the first
One of the first ones. The first ones for colored ceramics in 1986. So over time, from the pilots to Da Vinci to the engineer, in the end, we developed the way how to construct ceramic to combine the look and feel you want from ceramic with the stability and rigidity you need.
What about other materials?
Other materials representing 5N gold, so we have a full ceramic gold.
But not those we have already seen.
The ones you haven't seen. Yeah, those you haven't seen and I haven't mentioned, so we're all good.
No, but you're thinking also maybe about titanium.
Titanium we have in the automatic 40 and it may reappear, yes.
Concerning the special editions you have been doing for the Formula One racing, this is a one-time shot you do in cooperation with the film, or
Correct.
is this going to be a new line that will stay also?
So the Performance Chronograph we introduced at the first Las Vegas Grand Prix 2 years ago, and it's been developing really as a racing dedicated line within the pilot's watches. This one here is a 5N gold version. We have a beautifully deep lacquer dial on there with applied numeral counters, applied numerals and indexes, and that quick exchange system where you can really easily change the strap from one version to another in that beautiful. Look at the case, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I know.
And that is dedicated now to the movie, to what Damson Edge is wearing in the movie, but it's going to stay in the line.
Who is the character in the movie?
So the character is Joshua Pierce. He's the rookie driver, loosely modeled on Lewis Hamilton, I would say, who drives alongside Brad Pitt's character, who's called Sonny Pierce in the movie. They're the two Formula One driver of that Apex team. More to see in June.
Wow. I heard one thing, that this car that crashed, there's some smoke coming out of it.
There's some smoke coming out. We have a smoke machine.
Do you think that we can see that?
Absolutely, we can see that. We can go over, we turn the smoke on.
We have to do that.
See the smoke, my man.
So tell us the story about the smoke in that car.
So as far as we know, I obviously haven't seen the scene yet, but this is Brad Pitt's car from one of the big crashes in the movie that really takes a long flight through the air and comes down. The production were very kind to give us his car. Obviously, as you can see on the photograph here, it ended up a smouldering wreck, and this is what we're recreating here with a smoke machine. Just give people this idea of, you know, on the one hand you have these pristine Formula One cars and beautiful watches, and then you have a smashed up wreck that really gives you the idea of the dynamics of driving, of racing, and all the drama and adventure of Hollywood, and we just thought it.
But when the car crashed, nobody was in it.
Hopefully not, otherwise it didn't do too well, hopefully.
So, this is fantastic. I hope everybody will see the movie. When will it start?
June 25th, globally in cinemas.
June 25th, you're interested.
Yeah,
IWC, main sponsor of the movie or main partner of the movie. Very cool idea to do that.
Yeah.
Chris, congratulations. You're one of the movers and shakers of the industry. I love what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Look around. Who has a comparable setup here? No one. There were boring cars standing in the other booth. They're just standing.
Your comment.
My comment.
No comment.
There are other cars just standing around. Here is the action. Here is the action.
No, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out the channel.
Continue what you're doing, really, and congratulations. The man you have to watch, you have to follow. Chris Grainger-Herr from IWC Schaffhausen. Guys, thanks for watching and bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks a lot for watching the video on WatchAdvisor on YouTube. And if you think that this is your channel, please check out our website, WatchAdvisor.com, and especially our community section on our website to really get in touch with us, to share lots of things. You will get more detailed information about the watch industry, in-deep videos. More fun will happen there. So if you're interested, have a look at WatchAdvisor.com.